Government officials insist that this is an isolated incident.
Warning. The following program contains explicit language and mature content. It is not meant for the easily offended. So if you are an emotional pussy, please refrain from listening. Thank you and enjoy.
Welcome back. Another edition of the Buzz Podcast, coming to you with the Third Eye Carnival special. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing on a lot of as many musical guests as we can from the Third Eye Carnival, which is going down October 17th through 19th, to give these up and coming performers and or someone who are really established the platform that they deserve, so that way you guys can meet the acts. So when you're supporting them, you know who they are, where they come from, and all that good stuff. As you see here, we have King Nex. King Nex is a California-born, Texas-raised, all that good shit, rapper. He will be going down on – you're performing on Friday, right, up to the 17th?
Yes, sir, October 17th.
What time is your stage time?
We don't have that yet, but everything's going to start at 5 p.m., so we're definitely going to have more about the stage times and things like that fairly soon. All
right, well, I appreciate you making time to come out here, man. Can't wait to see you go up there and blow up the stage here in El Paso. So the name, King Nex, where did that originate from?
Man, it's a funny story. So – growing up, I grew up in Sacramento, so I was born in El Paso.
Okay.
But I grew up in Northern California in Sacramento. The King really just comes from the NBA team out there, the Sacramento Kings. The next part is a real funny story, man. We were out fishing one day out on the river, and there was this young cat. He was probably like 15, 16. I was probably around 20 at the time. And we were just out there bullshitting. We were probably, just out there freestyling, doing some dumb stuff. And he kept saying, "Oh, man, you're next. You're next." But the way he was saying next, it kind of made me think, oh, that sounds kind of catchy there. So I just put it all together, put King Next, and that's how I got it, really.
Oh, beautiful. So you've been so you've been in the game for how long now?
Man, I started really when I was like around 19, 20. And then, these past few years, I would say for the past 5 years, doing it right. As far as promotion, the engineering side of things and everything. The past 5 years really boosted everything that I was doing. So
when you're getting into creating your music, I know one of the ones I was just hearing right now, the Top Floor. What's your process? Do you come in with an idea first? Do you need to hear the beat first? Do you have the hook first? What's your process, your creative process?
Yeah, so every song to me is different. Sometimes there's a thought in my head as I would just be cruising. I'll be taking a shower, chilling, and a bar will come to my mind, and I'll kind of take it and run with it from there. And then we'll kind of look for beats, see where it fits and things like that. For the most part, my creative process, I like hearing these beats first. I got to find me a catchy beat that I love. As soon as I hear something that catches my attention, it's that much easier from there as far as the writing process. But yeah, everything's a little bit different. For the most part lately, it's been really tedious into going in, finding beats, actually starting to create like an album starting to come out and things like that. So yeah, me and my team have definitely been going through beats, and it's a tedious process, man. But once you find that and you find your sound and you know what you sound good on, super simple from there.
Right. So when you're, as far as from El Paso, because I know El Paso isn't really known as the hip hop mecca, right? How many, or do you have a special producer that you work with specifically just from here, or how do you go about from finding your beats?
So when it comes to beats, a lot of the times, man, social media. I'll have beat makers that have seen some of my stuff, and they'll message me and say, "Hey, I think you sound good on this." A lot of the times also YouTube, BeatStars, things like that, where it's easy to go ahead and say, all right, you know what, I'm going to get this, I'm going to find it, pay for it, boom, put it out. But for the most part, a lot of the times it's really social media and really just grinding on YouTube and finding those beats.
Yeah.
As far as the engineering side of things, that's all me. I really engineer my own stuff. I engineer a lot of people out here as well. But yeah, as far as production and the beats, definitely, like BeatStars, YouTube, and things like that. Yeah.
So how'd you get into engineering? Because I know that's not just that's not just something you decide, right? All of a sudden, I'm going to be an engineer today.
Yeah.
How'd you get into that?
So it's really cutting out the middleman.
Yeah.
Engineering is a lot of money, you know, when you're going into these studios and paying someone to do quality for you. I really wanted to learn myself so I can cut out that middleman,
Right.
and also practice my sound and my voice. I feel like up and coming artists, the hardest thing when you're starting off is finding your sound and your voice in that mic. So once I started, you know, putting money into my own studio, learning how to mix and master, learning about EQing, compression, reverbs, all of that, anything that comes with engineering, it was really for me to cut out the middleman and also practice and practice and practice and get the sound that I wanted from my music and not have to tell someone, oh, let's do this on this part or do that. I can just go in there and do it myself, roll up out of my sleep, and get shit done.
Get it done, right? Less money for somebody else to eat, right? More in your pocket.
Yeah.
So when it came to your style, like how would you define your style? Because when I was hearing it, like I know, like you said, you're raised up in there at Sacramento. I really didn't get that West Side kind of flow style from you. I was more. It's on a little bit like a mix between a little bit of a little boom bop, a little ATL, a little very little Houston. What? How do you define your style?
Yeah, so you explained it perfectly. I'm a student of this game, so I study what I like. I grew up loving MCs, bars. You know, the boom bap was tight when I was listening to it as a kid, you know, hearing my pops listen to some of the New York stuff back in the day. My style, I feel, is an accumulation of everything that I've been surrounded by. Even people that are just coming in and recording with me and picking up little things like that since I've been engineering. Yeah. So, you know, you explained it the best. It's really hard to pinpoint when you hear me, it's hard to pinpoint where this person comes from. Right. And I kind of love that about myself. The Cali part of it, I picked up so much from different styles that the Cali part of it, what I love about Cali music is the energy that Cali brings. Okay. I grew up during the time of like the hyphy movement. E40, Tell Me When to Go, the Mac Dre's, you know what I mean? And listening to that growing up. And then as I started listening to music for myself, the Ludacris's, T.I.'s, Lil Wayne's, all over the place, man. So me on myself, it's really hard to pinpoint. The way I go into my music though is, you know, me, I'm gonna go ahead and you're gonna hear some bars from me, and it's gonna be tough to pinpoint, but it's gonna have a style to it where it's gonna be very catchy. I try to. The way I explain it to people is like in battle rap. Okay. Right. Battle rappers have great bars and they have some catchy things where you're like, whoa, that shit is dope. A lot of the battle rap artists, though, have hard times creating music. Right. And some of their stuff doesn't sound good sonically sometimes. I wanted to fuse that together. I wanted to say, okay, I want to have these bars, but I also want my shit to sound good enough where it could be played anywhere. Right. So, yeah, definitely, man. So, yeah, it's real tough to see, you know, I don't pick up one certain area. I kind of put it all together and make it my own. Okay. Is the battle rap still a big thing now? Because I know, like, back then with the 8 Mile thing, a little bit before the 8 Mile, like it was pretty big. Now you really don't hear about it anymore unless you see it like on either what is it, Shade 45 with Sway, or you know, and that's more freestyle than it is battle rap. Is that still a hot thing right now? If you're into it and you search for it, it doesn't really have a social media presence right now. It's really for like the hip hop heads that like stuff like that. But see, that's the thing about battle rap. It's like the promotion of it, the everything. There's parts of it missing where it can be great, and it's the music side of it. Okay. Sometimes people want to have that music side. I feel like if they made better music, and then let's go ahead and let's do this battle rap. Oh, I've heard this person on the radio, or I've heard this on TikTok or social media, and then it brings fans to the battle rap. Right. But for some reason, I mean, it doesn't really get that attention that other things would get. Since you said you were a historian of music because, you know, of what your pops listened to back in the day, where do you feel the lifeline of hip-hop is right now? Because I feel, as for me, you know, being that old school head, and I think it's just now that I'm older, I find myself listening more to the classics. I find myself listening more to a lot of more R&B now than I do hip hop. Yeah, because a lot of the stuff I hear now is like, oh God, I just it hurts my heart. You know what I mean? Like there's some dudes that are out there. You're like, damn,
Like you know, you got Kendrick, who's like he's on one. Cole's on one. Like you got these guys that are fucking repping. Even Crystal Poppins for El Paso based. She's on something. Like there's something with her, but I hear other people and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is happening to music?
Yeah.
You know, all this auto tune and all this fucking little gimmicky shit, all this mumble, the mumble rap I can't stand. The what's the other shit they got in New York that they're trying to outlaw? The fuck, I can't remember what that is. It's basically just talking about how you're gonna fucking kill somebody and whatnot.
Like the drill.
Yeah, the drill
stuff.
rap. Yeah. Where is the lifeline right now of hip hop?
So, in my opinion, hip hop is in a place right now where rock was back in the day. Mm-hmm. Rock back in the day, you had like the heavy metal, and then it started branching off to your classic rock, your pop rock, your punk rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hip hop's at that. In my opinion, hip hop is at that stage. It's starting to branch off into this person makes drill, this person's lyrical like Kendrick. These people do the mumble rap and they do their own little style or whatever. In my opinion, the reason why it's like that right now is because people are looking for quick fame,
right?
Quick dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In my opinion, the people like Kendrick, the people like Cole, I know you mentioned Crystal Poppin as well. They take a certain pride into writing, and they take a certain pride into promoting themselves and putting on that vision of themselves.
Yeah.
And the kids that are coming up now really don't care about that.
Right.
They don't care if they come off as, oh, you're a fucking hoodlum or something. They don't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I always say this in podcasts, man. My pops raised me that you represent your family when you're outside of that home. And I took that with me on everything that I do now, whether that's my 9 to 5, whether that's coming on to podcasts, whether that's in my music. You represent your family.
Right.
So I feel like the art of it is almost losing a little bit, and it's sad, man. Like, actually sitting down in artist development, there's no artist development no more.
Yeah.
Back in the day, when people were looking at you, they had artist development. They say, hey, this is what you have to work on. This is what your image could be. Let's figure it out. Right. Nowadays, the studios or the music promotions and the A&Rs,
right,
they're just looking to see how much money they can make off of you.
Yep.
And they don't give a fuck whether or not it's you're saying some crazy shit about drugs and killing people, or if you have bars. Nowadays, it doesn't even matter.
Right.
How much money can I make off of this person? And that's why it's coming to where it is at now. And it's like that. Like back in the day, you can listen to a song and it's timeless. You can go back and listen to some shit back in the day, and you still feel that feeling, and you feel that emotion that person wrote that song for, and what they were feeling at that time. Nowadays, you don't feel that shit. Yeah. From nobody.
So do you think it's all social media that's really kind of dragged it down, because everybody's trying to be that quick, it's Insta star, and getting that fame, getting that shares and likes and all that bullshit.
It's a blessing and a curse,
right?
Social media, because it gives you an outlet to show your art, but it also gives stupid motherfuckers an outlet to show their shit too. You know what I mean?
Like us.
And the world is so big, bro, and it's so broad that you're gonna have an audience,
right? Regardless
of what it is that you're doing, you're gonna have an audience.
Yeah.
What do you do with that audience? Do you want to be a rapper that's just out here, and a musician that I'm just trying to fucking do this, get some views, get some likes, get some bitches to look at me, and I'm cool off that?
Right.
Or do you really want to leave your mark on what it is that you're doing, whether that's in your city, whether it's in hip hop, rap, R&B in general?
Right.
You got to make that decision. I made the decision early on that I came in here and I want to be respected, not only by my peers, but the people around me as well. So I feel like that part is missing. A lot of people just don't care. They're like, oh, I'm going to put it out. But yeah, social media is a blessing and a curse, man.
Yeah.
There's an audience for everything nowadays.
Yeah, there is. I was watching when the Yetis came out, those AI Yetis. Oh, dude, I was on that shit for hours like a fucking idiot. But that shit was hilarious to me. So, like with all the AI going on nowadays, all the advancements of technology right now, as an up-and-coming rapper, as an independent rapper, what's your take, or how do you feel about the AI? Because now there's even AI rappers that are coming out, and they're putting out, ChatGPT will write a whole rap for you, and now ChatGPT is a rapper. You're just putting a face to it now. You know, as a person who takes pride in the game, what's your take on all that new AI shit with the rap game?
So that AI stuff, man, really, I haven't really looked into it much, to be honest. I know that it's around, but when you're nice, that AI better be nice too.
Right.
You know what I mean? That AI better be nice too, or else you're just the next person making an AI avatar and putting out some bullshit. You know what I mean? And AI is good for like creating content. You know what I'm saying? I would say like you know, making cover art.
Right.
Or using AI to make content for whatever you have already and making it look nice and pushing it out. When it comes to the bars though, I know there's some of y'all that are using that shit, and you're not gonna hide from it. But when you think about it, man, you're gonna let people do whatever they do, whether they use AI or whether they use ghostwriters. It's all the same shit to me.
Right.
I take pride in writing my shit and being able to come to anywhere and being able to spit at any time.
So when you're writing down the song, right, like the song the song we mentioned earlier, what is the Top Floor?
Top Floor, yeah.
When you're coming up with that, and say you have a homie or say somebody who's another independent or up and coming artist, who's like, hey dude, so your bar's tight, but I think it'd sound better if you throw this in there. Do you take that and be like, oh, let me see what it's like, or do you take some offense to that because you know you said you take pride on everything, you put your last name on everything, right?
Yeah.
How do you take that feedback from people?
I love it. Personally, I love it. I don't take offense to it in no regard, and I expect if I say that to somebody not to take offense to it, because it's like when you're sparring.
Right.
When there's people sparring, you're a boxer or you're a jiu-jitsu person, you want to spar with someone that's better than you.
Right.
You're only going to get better by having people around you that are better.
Yeah.
So any kind of, if I'm in the booth with somebody and they're like, hey, you know, that, like you said, that bar's tight, but maybe you can do this. I definitely take it into consideration. We try it out. We're going to see which one is with. There's been times where, nah, that ain't it. And there's been times where it's like, all right, yeah, we can roll with that. My circle has no yes men in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Anybody that I work with, and I explain that to people that come into my studio, I'm gonna here to push you. I call it boot camp. I fuck around with people and I say, you're gonna go through boot camp today. If you really want to make a song, I'm gonna have to put you through boot camp.
Right.
Whether that's you saying a verse specifically a certain way so it's the best and you're not mumbling and you're not stumbling over your words. Yeah. But when it comes to constructive criticism, I take it all day. I don't mind at all.
Yeah, well, iron sharpens iron, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
So what's the music scene like here in El Paso for rap?
Oh man, there's so many underrated artists, man. I just did a podcast with Off Top, and I was talking to them about this too. El Paso has great fucking artists out here, and I said some controversial shit that some El Paso rappers and people around didn't like. Okay. And I said that El Paso needs to learn how to work together. Yep. Facts. They need to learn how to work together, and people take offense to that. What do you mean? Like, we're doing this? And it wasn't like taking shots. Right. And it wasn't them being malicious either. Right. But when people hear that, it's like, what do you mean? I see El Paso doesn't do it the right way. And I try to explain that to people. Your artists should all be coming together, and that's why I love Off Top so much, because what Off Top is doing right now and what these shows are doing right now, even the show that we're doing there, right, they're bringing these artists together, and they're not forcing them, but they're putting them in the same area where you can communicate with each other and be like, okay, we can work together. As to why they don't, I don't know if it's a pride thing, right? But like you said, iron sharpens iron. Right. This fucking city has so much potential. When I first got here, and that's the first thing that I asked my homies, who's hot out here? Show me some shit. Yeah. And they showed me people like Day One Cap. Okay. True Squad. All these people, you know, Crystal Poppin'. They showed me all of these people, and I'm like, damn, why the fuck isn't everybody hearing this right now? Yeah. And in my opinion, the reason is, first, the marketing. They need to learn how to market themselves and get into the contact with people that can help them and push their music out. Right. Working together. and also platforms like this.
Yeah.
There is starting to be more platforms like podcasts and things for artists to come onto. And a lot of the times when I hear about an artist, sometimes the first thing isn't even their music. Sometimes it is a podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is just them talking into somewhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Things like this, and there's starting to be more of them now.
Right.
And they're starting to get a lot of eyes on them now here in the city. Things like this are also very important for them. But man, I just wish they would have worked together, because I see how people in Oakland do it. I see how people in LA do it. We see how they do it in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And they promote each other.
Yeah.
Your fans are going to be my fans.
Right.
My fans are going to be your fans. Out here, it's not like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's got to be. I mean, unfortunately, with the with the Mexican heritage that we have, the machismo that we got. Because I know I've talked about this with other pods, and like what we were talking about earlier before we started. I'm at an age now where if I eat, we all eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we don't believe, that one's better than the other. I mean, sure, everybody has the competitiveness.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what you might like might not be for me.
Yeah.
But I can provide you somebody who will get you that, and we all cool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that's something that it's a missed opportunity now. But also, I think a lot of times with the rappers, especially coming from here, because El Paso is so weird. It's such a big city, but it still has kind of that small town mentality.
Small town vibe, yeah.
That we're too worried about. If I bring on the king and he outshines me, well, then now I'm fucked. And now I don't get the spotlight that I should. So I think that's kind of where a little bit of the pushback comes. Yeah. But I think, like you said, if you guys are able to vibe off of each other, build each other, I mean, there's nowhere to go but up, man.
The sky's the limit at that point. And coming up with these ciphers that we're doing for Off Top here soon, that's going to be coming out over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There are some great fucking rappers on that shit.
Oof.
There are some great motherfucking people that, if you listen to their Off Top verses, you're like, damn, these people are fucking fire.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And some people to look at that and they're like, I don't know if I want to take that chance.
Right.
I love shit like that. Put me in the room with the best motherfuckers here. If I feel like if I'm a top motherfucker, then I should be able to hold my own.
Right.
And people should have that mentality. Yes, there's the competitiveness of it, and we love that shit. That's why we love it, because rap is almost like a sport. But don't be scared to work together and sharpen each other's tools.
Right.
Because that's the best thing for the city.
I think one thing I want to do, now that I'm thinking, now you got my creative juices flowing. Cause I used to DJ back in the day, so
hell yeah.
Back in the day when I was DJing in reggae, I don't know if it's still a thing now because I haven't really been keeping up. There's beats used to be called rhythms. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I haven't.
So back in the day, there would a DJ would come up with some rhythms, and what they would do is they'll put out a mixtape, and the mixtape was like a total of 30-something songs on this fucking tape.
Yeah.
However, of the 30 songs, it's a total of 6 beats. So everybody gets a different chance to blow up on a beat. So it's a freestyle per se, per beat. Like Sean Paul was huge with it. Elephant Man. You had Nina Sky. They had that that Move Your Body, that beat, that rhythm.
Okay.
You know how they had like 5 songs sound exactly the same? Well, that's where it came from.
Okay.
The rhythms used to do that. And I think that if you could get something here in hip hop, where you got some of these fucking DJs that are remarkable, like 3 a.m. and these other cats, if they can get something to showcase El Paso, I think that might help a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, because those rhythms, man, because when those beats hit, I mean, Jesus, those beats, when you heard them, dude, they you felt them, they cut. Man, you know what I mean?
Man,
and that's something I haven't heard of anymore. Because like you said, people don't want to work with each other.
Yeah, and this shit comes back full circle too. So shit,
yeah, for sure.
That shit back. There's singers out here. There's rappers. There's people that fucking have rock and I'm not just talking about rappers. I'm talking about if you have a talent in general, it is here.
Right.
And we just have to find our lane and to push that shit out. And if it's doing things like that, boy, I'm all for it.
Hell yeah. All right. So now, like I said, since we're doing this quick hit, we're going to move on to something new. It's called 10 Shots, No Chase. It's a new thing we got going on. 10 questions, no filters, no cap, just straight truth from the mic. Answers fast, answers real. Once we start pouring, there's no taking it back. All right?
Let's get it.
So we're going to get it. First thing that comes to your head, as soon as it comes to you. What's the realest bar you ever wrote, and what were you going through when you wrote it?
The realest bar I ever wrote was for a song that I just did with me and my boy Oliver Lakeem.
Okay.
And it was the very last bar. Off the top of my head, I say something like, "We don't live here long, so I'm going to pass it to my fam." And that song, God.
Wow.
That was one of the realest shits I ever wrote. And it wasn't that bar for bar. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. But just being able and me being in the mindset of looking at my daughter and her having fun in the studio.
Yeah.
And me thinking of the times that I've questioned myself for this rap shit.
Right.
Should I just stop and just focus on my job and just do my thing? And it made me think that I'm doing this shit for more than me. When my time on this earth is gone, my family's going to be able to go back and see the performances that I've did on YouTube.
Right.
See these performances that I've done out in Anthony for the Third Eye Carnival.
Right.
And that's the reason why I did it. And that's why I wrote that. We ain't here long. I'm going to live it up, and I'm going to pass it to my fam once I'm done. And they're going to take the baton from there and run with it.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. If rap didn't exist, what would you be doing right now?
If rap didn't exist, I'd be cooking in the kitchen. So I'll be doing some kind of cooking. You know what I'm saying? Man, I think cooking is my second love, to be honest. I don't do it as much as I want to nowadays, but growing up, I was always into watching like Food Network and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
And watching my grandma, my pops, and everybody cook. I think I'd try to be a chef, to be honest.
All right. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Cooking it up in a different way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Studio or stage, dude? Where do you feel most alive?
The studio.
Studio?
Stage is great, but when you're on the stage, you kind of go into this flow state, and sometimes you almost forget what's going on. It's like people playing basketball or people playing sports that sometimes they tune out the crowd, and they just focus on whatever they have to get done. That's how I feel on stage sometimes.
Okay.
When I'm in the studio and I hear a beat and I start writing and the fucking ball starts rolling, no better feeling than that.
Damn. So what's the biggest L you've taken chasing music, and what did it teach you?
The biggest L I took chasing music was really not taking it as serious as I should have in my 20s.
Okay.
In my 20s, I tell people, man, I was just surviving. I was learning how to become a man, pay my bills, focus on, the things that I have to focus on. I couldn't focus on music. I'm the kind of person that if there's something missing in my life, music is one of those things that I can't focus on. If my daughter needs something, if a bill needs to be paid, I have to be able to be structured before I can even think about writing bars. And so in my 20s, I wasn't able to focus on that because I was worried about work and doing other things. I wish I would have found that balance. So yeah, definitely not taking it as serious, because if I took it serious in my 20s, if I'm cold right now, if I feel like I'm cold right now, I'd be 10 times better. You know what I mean? So yeah, not taking it as serious in my 20s as I feel like I should have.
All right. So who's the one artist you'd risk it all to get a feature from?
Right now?
Live or dead? How's that?
Ooh. I think right now, okay, I'm going to, one alive, one that's already passed away. Michael Jackson.
Oof.
And when it comes to Michael Jackson and hip hop, he's done it a couple times. And it reminded me of back in the day when Biggie was making songs with, like the female artists,
Total
and it had a smoothness to it. When the female would come on, Michael would have that smoothness, and then you have the rapping from Biggie. So definitely Michael. I think me and Michael would make some heat. Right now, I would say Lil Wayne. I think me and Lil Wayne, because Wayne's features are crazy. You know what I mean? Wayne's features are crazy. So yeah, definitely me and Wayne. I wanna see if I can keep up.
All right, you get one verse to prove you belong. What beat are you picking?
The beat that I'm picking is there's so many good beats out there, man. I'll probably do something like just so something that people can recognize. That one "Look at Me Now" beat. Back when Chris Brown, Busta Rhymes, and Lil Wayne did it. Yeah, bro, that was a hard ass beat back in the day. People love that shit because of the speeding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit was ham as fuck. All right, what's one thing fans would be shocked to know about you?
Listen, man, I differentiate King Nex from who Emmanuel is.
Yeah.
And the person that you see on my social media, sometimes isn't a reflection of who I am. Let me take that back. It is a reflection of who I am, but it's broadened and it's multiplied by 1,000.
Right.
Emmanuel is a family man. Emmanuel comes home and spends time with his daughter and spends time with his family and works on problems and things like that. A lot of the time, artists here in El Paso, from what I've heard, they say that I come off as cocky. But in my mind, you're an artist too.
Yeah.
Why are you not? You got to feel like you're that motherfucker. I'm not going to disrespect nobody. But if you're going based on what you see on social media, we're all rappers, bro.
Right.
We all want to be that person. If anything, I've been trying to want to get these people to come together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you see a cocky person, when you see a conceited person, quote unquote, that person, it is me, amplified.
Right.
But also, you know, Emmanuel is very, very calm and collected compared to King Nex. King Nex is a rowdy motherfucker sometimes.
He's got to be. You got to put the picture out there, right? So who doubted you the most, and what would you say to them now?
I've been fortunate enough that nobody's doubted me around my circle.
Okay.
They've always continued to push me. They've given me criticism.
Right.
But I've never had someone say, even my family, when I first started rapping, like my mom and my dad, I didn't know how they would react to it. But my parents know and the people around me know that before I can even get into that rap like we talked about before, my shit is together.
Right.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that don't have their shit together and they want to be rappers. And they're focused on that. And it's like, you can't focus on that right now, man. You're not in that part of your life.
Right.
You got to get your shit together first, and then the extra stuff comes after. So I've been fortunate that nobody's doubted me, but anybody that has, and I know there's been some haters recently, especially from seeing the things that are coming from what I'm doing.
Right.
Don't let this shit fool you. Don't let social media fool you. If you doubted me in any kind of way, or if you have some kind of feeling towards me, come to me. Learn who the fuck I am, because you're going to see that I'm a solid motherfucker to be on your side.
Right.
Yep.
Damn. All right. What's your personal definition of making it?
When I can quit my 9 to 5 and just focus on music, to be honest. It's not even about the fame and who knows me, even if it's not the rap that does it, even if it's just my engineering.
Right.
If I can work full-time engineering and still pay my bills, I made it in that instance. You know what I mean? So we all want to just be our own boss, and that's what it comes down to it.
Hell yeah. Can't go wrong with that. And the last question I got for you, this Third Eye Carnival.
Yeah.
What does this opportunity mean to you?
This opportunity is extremely important to me. I feel like this show that we're going to put on, and I say we as a community,
right,
of the people that are going, people like True Squad, people like Schizo B, these people that are getting this opportunity, because a lot of the times in the city, man, you dream of things like this coming up. You dream of someone coming to you and being like, hey, I want you to perform at this place. I want you to sell these tickets. I want you to put these flyers up of yourself and come do your thing. I always look at any kind of show that I do as the biggest opportunity as it is, whether it's me doing it in a little stage at some bar, or it's something like this that we plan on having a big turnaround. I am always grateful to podcasts like yours, to people like Ileana who are promoting the event and sending it on, for allowing me to show face on their platforms, right, and knowing that you're going to get someone to come onto your platform and not fuck up what you've made. Because there's a lot of retards and stupid motherfuckers that they say one stupid fucking thing and it can tarnish your brand.
Right.
So anytime someone invites me into their domain and invites me to go do these shows, they have to have seen what I've done already, and they say, okay, this person is someone that I can bring on. And any opportunity, man, it's big, man. That Third Eye Carnival is going to be a great fucking turnout. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. It's a 3-day event, like you said. First day that I'm on, 21 and up. After that, all the kids can come, and, you know, they're going to have those petting zoos and stuff like that. So this is a big event for the city and surrounding areas for sure.
Yeah. All right. So for people that want to know more about King Nex, where can they find you? Where can they go and support you?
Absolutely, man. So, you know, if you want to see me, definitely on YouTube. You can even Google King Nex, and a lot of the work that I've done and podcasts that I've done come out. listen to those podcasts. Before you even press play on the music, I actually prefer that you listen to those podcasts.
Yeah.
Because I want you to know who I am as a person first, because that's what attracts me to artists.
Right.
I want to see how you are as a person and how you speak and how you carry yourself before I even give a fuck about what your music is.
Right.
If I feel like you're a hoodlum and I'm not even going to look at the shit, you know what I mean? So definitely look at what I did, man. You can follow me on Instagram at @TheRealKingNext, YouTube me, all the shit, man. I appreciate any kind of support from everybody. Thank you guys, and come turn up August 17th, baby.
Hell yeah, August 17th, going down Third Eye Carnival. You can
October,
find them.
October 17th.
October, sorry. Damn, what'd I say?
I think I said August.
Oh, okay.
October
yeah,
17th.
It's coming up in a few weeks. Sorry, it's been one of those days. So yeah, October 17th, King Next, of course, with some other local artists. Now, not only hip hop, but I believe there's some rock in there. There's all kinds of stuff coming up. It's a carnival putting down, trying to get different voices, trying to get different spirits together. Make sure you go out on the Third Eye Carnival on Instagram. You can get your tickets on there. They're dirt cheap. They're great enough for you to go ahead and bring the whole family out to.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy some great music, enjoy some great food, enjoy some great people, and hopefully make a new friend or two.
Absolutely.
Make sure you follow King Next on his Instagram, his YouTube, all that good stuff. Look out for all his music coming out, dude. Trust me, you don't want to not see this guy. You don't want to fall asleep on this guy, because this kid, as humble as he is in person, his music slams that much harder, dog. I've heard some of your stuff today. Legit. I can't wait to see you guys blow up. Remember, King Next, Instagram, YouTube, follow him. Till next time, don't be an asshole. Don't be a dick. Deuces.
Deuce.